I love it. Welcome or welcome back, guys, to another episode on the Pause and Retreat, where I'm going to talk to you about why I did not send out the huge proposals last week for the new dog poop patrol business, and why I did something even better to create massive exposure, which if any of you are self-employed or run your own business, you can do the same thing too. I'm going to talk to you about going and seeing Charles the Doberman who bit me again and more. Guys, if you didn't know, I'm Jace. This flooful monster is Rubble. He's not my dog. He comes to me for boarding and daycare. Pebble is just about off shot, I believe, over there. And Bonnie and Loki, my two dogs, are on their beds right now because they are shattered from a walk. I'm here on this channel, on this video, to hold myself accountable to putting away £300,000 to move from the UK to France and buy a property outright to create paradise for homeless dogs in a sanctuary when I get there through a kennelless sanctuary. That's the important thing. I can't thank you guys enough for your support on the channel so far. Our subscription count is going crazy. I think we have just literally hit 1,000 subs as I'm filming and recording this. And again, I can't thank you enough for your support along this journey. So why didn't I send out the proposals this week? Well, I was due to send out 6 huge proposals to the local council for dog poop patrol and care homes and the Forestry Union Commission, but then metaphorical fire to put out up until about Tuesday night coming into Wednesday, which I can't tell you much about, and I'm sorry for being cryptic. I might be able to release some details in the future in the next coming months. So instead of sending the proposals out so close to Easter weekend in the UK where everybody shuts down for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I did not. I love having the dogs in, so these guys have been with me all weekend. What I ended up doing was volunteering over at Hillbrae, the rescue centre where I go to regularly to help out with the dogs, to go and give them a free cleanup of the common areas at the rescue because I noticed it was building up there. So I went over officially as the dog poop patrol, managed to clear up 6 gigantic bags of poop and allow them to have a much cleaner lane and paddock area for the doggies to run around in, which was a huge success. As you can see by the stats on the business page being shared by Hillbrae Rescue, it meant a huge outreach. And this is something you can all do as a local business. Give away some of your time, which doesn't really cost you much. It cost me a few plastic bags, a couple of overshoes, a few pairs of gloves, and a couple of hours and a little bit in fuel. But it makes a huge difference to my outreach, the message that I'm trying to portray, which is we are a community of dog lovers. And it means that you will get great exposure for doing these acts of kind. Took the opportunity when I went to the rescue to take Charles out.
Stop being a sausage. Okay, I just get your belly rubs instead. I just get your belly rubs instead, okay? Stop being a sausage.
Give him a little bit more desensitization work on his muzzle, and he's done very well. As you can see, he's rolling around like a baby, having some belly tickles while I was there. Now, I wasn't completely slacking on the proposals because what I've actually done is built another 8 to send out this week now that the Easter weekend is coming to a close. So I'm going to fire these out. I've got my follow-up emails ready in sequence. I've sorted out policy and procedure documents, employment contract documents, loads of stuff this last week. There's been so much go on. It's been an extremely effective and busy week, and it's a very exciting time moving forwards. One cool thing was we had a semi-viral short this week too, with little Stanley, the sausage dog, going across the bridge. You haven't seen it, go over to our shorts and go and have a look at that. Bless him. He was super terrified of the bridge, but made it all the way across and was so happy when he got to the other side. Bless him. Let's head on over to the whiteboard and see what financial success has been made this week. So we've come to the section of the video where we talk about the finances. Put up the whiteboard and we talk progress, because that's ultimately all that matters in buying a property outright. Now, progress has slowed, but there are so many little things coming in the pipeline. Regardless, I'm going to create more progress much faster as these months move by, but I'm still making progress, which is the main thing. Had some unexpected progress, which I look back over and found out about, which I'll tell you shortly. So the first subcategory is fiat money. A class fiat money is anything that's in cash, electronically banked, in a cash ISA or a stocks and share ISA at this moment in time. I added £200 this total, bringing it up to £8,200 this week. And the second subcategory is Pokemon cards. Yes, collectible Pokemon cards. And this is the subcategory which I had an unexpected surprise in, because I was doing the numbers on this last week and I forgot that about week 6 or 7 I traced it back to. I actually purchased another graded card just because it was so unbelievably good for value. It's a graded card, so it's always going to hold its value. And in the Pokemon Bull Run that we had in about 2021, this particular card that you can see right now was worth about £1,400. And there is very few of these graded in a PSA Gem Mint 10. And I was fortunate enough to put a very, very cheeky offer in for this card for £600. So I'm valuing this somewhere in the middle at about £1,000, which brings the total for Pokemon cards up to £3,000, which was always there. I just forgot to add it in. Hey ho. And the final subcategory is cryptocurrency. There has been a couple of variations in the market at this moment in time, but nothing substantial. So my holdings are still sitting around that £25,000, bringing this week's grand total up to £36,250, which is a £1,250 rise from last week, because about 13 weeks ago I forgot to add in that Pokemon card. And I made some financial progress too. Guys, once again, thank you so much for your support on the channel. It really does mean the world to me. I feel like it's just me and the dogs a lot of the time. So when you hit that like button, the subscribe, you make comments and things, makes me feel like I have a little team of us rooting for this dream and this goal. I know I'm not making quick progress on the financial side of things, but I'm going to make a move this week, which I'm not going to talk about. I'll relay next week, where it's going to increase my earning capacity with very minimal outlay, which could make a drastic change by the end of the year, that exponential curve. So thank you once again, guys. We will see you next week at Friday at 6 o'clock. Till then, stay awesome. You just love it, don't you? Go take a kiss. You leave me hanging for kisses. Yeah, that's what I thought. See Pebbles come here and go, Pebbles, love a kiss. Come on. That's a vagabond boy. Yep. You're a cute little poodle, aren't you? You cute little poodle. You fluffy poodle. You're not a poodle, but you're fluffy. Right at the booper.